I tell everybody, like, I was like, we need to redo our tagline to just look up. Because when you walk in and you look up, that's the moment it clicks of how different it is.
Yes.
It's not the same. There's no comparison to it inside of a traditional building without spending a massive amount of money to get some of the same things. You know, like, we don't go crazy with over the top trim levels and all that. Like, I tell people all the time, like, everybody that builds or buys a house, you know, you always you're looking for that conversation piece. But when you build one of these, like, your home is that. Like, people romanticize about it. They think about it. They've heard about it. And then when they see it, they're just like, wow, because it's different. You know, it's different. And I think it gives people freedom to be, like, different. Like, y'all decided to do something different. And then it's a cool thing. Like, it reinforces a little bit of, like, we made the right choice. You know, this is cool.
Yep.
Another thing, and again, we were talking before we jumped into doing the show about I think one of the biggest things that we offer kind of as a standard. Now, everything's optional, but a lot of our designs come standard with porch, big porches, and you guys got porches for days on both sides of the house. And so, like, you were talking about, like, man, going out there and my grandkids just riding their Power Wheels on it, and like, I don't think people understand how much value that adds to your life. And a lot of people, I don't think, understand that they don't have a porch or they got something, right?
Yeah.
Like, when they think porch, they think, like you said, a stoop or this small little thing that's decorative on the front of their home before you go in it. But, like, you got a porch, and it changes the feel of the house. Like, your ability to do things outdoors, throw parties, you know, just it's different. Like, what has that been like? Like, you know,
it's been awesome. During the summertime, I get my coffee and go outside on the front porch. In the afternoon, I end up on the back porch where the sun's setting. I love it. I mean, I sit out there. I don't watch near as much TV as I used to because I'm outside.
Right.
And it is. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's a 60 by 12 front and back.
It's massive.
It's massive. It is.
Worth it, though.
It's worth every penny of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I that's one of the biggest undersold values of a home. Like, when people come in and they start doing the pricing and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, look, guys, we could take the porch away. But why don't you go see one first? Because I think when you see why it's there, you remember it's a lost art. If you think back in, you know, earlier days of houses, like, you look at all these 1900, late 1800 Victorian homes and colonial homes, all of them had massive porch space. And so, like, people's lives existed in and out of the home, and, like, it somehow got lost. It's like a lost art in home design today because they're trying to put as much heated square footage as they can on the smallest piece of land they can find, and get as many people in them as possible. And they know that the bank will treat heated square footage differently than this one, and they're trying to get as much as they can for as little cost as possible and whatever they can do. And that's kind of where housing went. And you got a lot of custom home builders, you know, that cater to other things, but to just make it standard, like, these are included on a lot of our designs. It's just it's a game changer. And I think it's something that people don't realize they don't have. And, like, it makes your house so much more. Like, even the house that my wife and I live in currently isn't a barndominium. We actually bought that house a couple years before we even started this company. And, you know, it's like one of those things where we keep fighting back and forth. I go buy land ready to build, and my wife's like, I don't want to move there, you know. And so we keep going. But we just bought land. We just bought some land. We're getting ready to build the barndominium that we designed 2.5 years ago. And we're excited about it. But I built the porch. I literally, I think I built like a 16 by 50 on the back of my house. And when people come over, like, that's where we're at. Like, it's a game changer to have that space. And again, it's just, I think what we really are trying to do is just reconnect people to what's most important. And that's the people you're with. And I think if you get too sucked up into all these little cubby holes of space and everybody wants to be in a room with the door shut and the TV on, like, you lose a little bit of what makes life fun.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, we live in every room of that house now. You know, when we had the 2-story house, there was rooms we hardly ever went in. But this house, we're in those rooms all day, every day. Just in my breezeway. It's like my breezeway.
Right.
And I love it. Can't wait till it snows so I can go sit in that breezeway and watch the snow.